Today's Saturday, June 13th, 2026, and this is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
Yesterday was an absolutely beautiful, perfect day.
It was. I hope today's the same.
I hope so as well. We are reading the Proverbs because we are the weekend. We're going to read half of Proverbs 25 today and half of Proverbs 25 tomorrow. And Proverbs 25 begins a new section, the book of Proverbs, right? The first verse says...
It says, "These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied."
Okay, so it says also, so this may mean also back to like chapter 23, 22, or it might be the words of the wise, might still be Solomonic. We don't exactly know, but we know King Hezekiah was a great king. He was a godly king who had lots of reforms in his days. In fact, as I remember, when he became king, the first thing he did was reestablish the worship in Judah and had a Passover that was just wonderful.
And I think got rid of a lot of idols.
Yep. And so it makes sense that during his day, the scribes would just resurrect the Proverbs of Solomon to be recorded. Now, Hezekiah was about 250 years after Solomon was. So it's sort of like us today. We're celebrating 250th anniversary of our nation in just like 2 weeks, something like that. But that was 250 years ago. So like resurrecting their founding documents is really what this is doing. Now these are, very, they're a little bit different. They're not like the single couplets like we have seen like in chapters 10, 11, 12, 13 and following. These tend to have several of them, kind of a little bit bigger, but they still speak much wisdom into our lives. Okay? I'm going to start in verse 2 because you read verse 1. "It is the glory of God to conceal things, but the glory of kings is to search things out. As the heavens for height and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable."
"Take away the dross from the silver, and the smith has material for a vessel. Take away the wicked man from the presence of the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness."
Several things about the king so far, and 6 and 7 are about the king as well. "Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence, or stand in the place of the great, for it is better to be told, 'Come up here,' than to be put lower in the presence of a noble." Sounds a lot like a proverb or a story that Jesus told in Luke chapter 14.
Yep.
But everyone who exalts himself will be humbled. He who humbles himself will be exalted.
Verse 8. "What your eyes have seen, do not hastily bring into court. For what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? Argue your case with your neighbor himself, and do not reveal another's secret, lest he who hears you bring shame upon you, and your ill repute have no end."
Sounds a lot like the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus says, right, when someone has something against you, try to settle with them first rather than going into the court. Far better to settle than to go in the court where you're going to have to pay every last cent. That was Matthew 5, I think, beginning of the early part of the Sermon on the Mount. Okay, verse 11. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in a setting of silver. Just a timely word is very precious, very beautiful, helpful. Like a gold ring or an ornament of gold is a wise reprover to a listening ear.
Like the cold of snow in the time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him. He refreshes the soul of his masters. Like clouds and winds without rain is a man who boasts of a gift he does not give.
Just some great pictures here about what faithful messengers are. Clouds and wind without rain, just a blowhard, so the boasting one. It really struck me here in Proverbs chapter 25 how much New Testament Jesus even pulled from these Proverbs.
Yeah.
He just kind of repeated that same teaching. So it's like so much of the New Testament is a lot of the rehashing of the old, kind of with fresh garments, putting on with a new flavor. So, okay, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.